Welcome to Lunch Break. We get an hour lunch, so we're spending 15 minutes of it each day to talk about whatever. So, let's begin the week.
Lunch break.
Lunch break.
It's Monday.
It's Monday. Happy Monday.
Yay, it's Monday.
We survived another treacherous weekend.
Yeah. It was a good weekend.
How was your Friday?
My Friday was it was all right, I think.
Very relaxing.
Yeah, kind of just like blew right by me cuz I obviously didn't go to work, so just spent a lot of time chilling.
How was work today? What have you been doing?
I have done very little. I've gotten like a couple little things put in there, and I haven't gotten to work on anything large because I have just a bunch of small things piling up that take a long time to do but give me nothing. So that's pretty much what I've been doing. Not great, but
I'm sorry to hear that.
yeah,
Work for me has been quite chill. Just chilling, working on normal projects.
It's pretty much the end of my life, I think.
It's over.
It's over. But no, this weekend was awesome. I played a whole lot of that Dave the Diver game.
Dave the Diver.
I think that's what it's called.
Mm-hmm.
Which is fun. It basically just looked like something that I knew I was gonna like it because like I think I didn't buy it, but I had it on my wish list since I saw it on Steam initially.
It has overwhelmingly positive reviews.
Yeah. It's just another one of those like chill games where you're sort of just making progression slowly and like leveling up stuff, and it's kind of like what do you go, Subnautica?
Mm-hmm.
But you're just fishing for sushi, for sushi man.
Yeah, that bit kind of shocked me. Like, all the bits I've seen of it is just like you're a diving game, and then I saw you have like a restaurant you're running too.
Yeah, like that's pretty much what it is. You're just jumping back and forth between managing a small restaurant and getting fish for that restaurant. But you have like little missions and stuff that you do in between and quests, and it's just like chill. The music's good.
Mm-hmm.
It's
It
good.
reminds me of a lot. It kind of looks like Dredge and Subnautica.
Yeah, a little bit. I mean, yeah, a little bit. I knew it was fishing related, so I knew I was like, oh, that sounds like it'll be fun.
Mm-hmm.
Because like most of the fishing games I've played, I really like, because I just like games where I'm just chilling, especially out here for like couch gaming. If I'm just like playing a game in the living room,
Oh yeah.
I just want to be able to like use a controller and like zone out and do it. But I also streamed it a decent amount, which is fun. Because it's just a game that's like extremely streamable. Like I'm not really gonna talk much while I'm doing it, but I'm just kind of chilling and doing it.
Mm-hmm.
I was right there.
I was wondering if the all the ingredients are a little bit overwhelming, because whenever you were selecting like what sushi to pick, I was like, oh my god, there's like 100 different options.
Yeah, I mean, not really. You pretty much the more you get of anything, the more like you level it up. So like the better the customers like it, and the more it sells for generally.
Mm-hmm.
So when I'm choosing, I'm basically just like, I'm not really super careful as to what fish I was getting necessarily, except there are a few that I've like favored. But like as long as you're consistently getting like relatively similar fish, then you're going to level them up quickly, and then you're going to choose. I usually just choose whatever I have the most of that's at the highest level.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So like whatever's still in there by the end of it just stays there until I have enough of it that it's worth either leveling it up, which uses it up, or putting it on the menu. And it just kind of it's a cycle. It's extremely chill. There's not really a lot of thought to it. And the story's fun. So yeah, I'm into it.
I like the sushi guy and like all the music that plays when he does the sushi stuff.
Yeah, all the little like animations are one of the best bits about it. Yeah, like I'm also I'm excited to play more of it. I genuinely am. Like there's seems like there's a decent amount of game left.
Mm-hmm.
And I like to see where it goes, because every time the progression is really satisfying. Like again, it's very Subnautica in that way, but like every time you hit like a new
milestone.
Yeah, it feels like it's like really satisfying. You get like a bunch of new stuff, and it expands even further.
It's like drip feeds of progression until you reach a milestone, and then boom, there's a whole bunch of more shit.
Right. Yeah.
Since I don't have to do family stuff today, we could do a little bit more XCOM, which will be pretty fun if we can.
Yeah. XCOM would be cool. It's going to be interesting to see how that goes now, because the last time we played, we managed to do that base.
Mm-hmm.
And we got like a ton of stuff out of it.
Oh yeah, like because the previous times we've been playing, morale's been kind of in the tanker. We lost a basic mission, we lost a terror mission, lost a lot of people, a lot of good people, but
A lot of good people.
a lot of people were disappointed in us. But we destroyed the base in Sri Lanka, so basically everyone in Asia should be very pleased with us. And we got a fuck ton of score, like it was like 900 or something, which I think if you do a terror mission perfectly, you can get 300 points. So, very, very good amount of score. It should turn things around.
That's cool. Yeah, I'm excited. This should be fun. Assuming that like things actually do go well. But I'm kind of excited. I'm interested to see like what kind of funding you get from it or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Like how that actually plays. Because I don't even think I've ever seen. I know we played this game in a while back, but I really don't know what happens and like how that progresses.
Yeah, we played it like a few years back and never really got that far into the game. Like we got a couple terror missions in, maybe like one base assault.
Yeah.
I don't think we ever got to the point where the aliens were actually trying to retaliate against us.
Gotcha. Okay. I mean, I figured we played a lot more. Like it seems like we're making more progress this time than we have in the past.
Mm-hmm.
Although I don't know how that's possible. It doesn't feel like we played it for as long, but maybe we have.
There's some random factor to XCOM. Like certain events will happen earlier or later than expected. Like
Right.
this time, this base that appeared in Sri Lanka, that's like it's super early game. Like we're only like not even a year into the game, and there's already an alien base.
Right.
So that's a pretty early trigger, and I'm a little worried about it because by the time you're taking on bases, you should have like a tier or two above the tech that I am currently. And when you kill an alien base, it triggers alien retaliation. So they're probably going to try to find my base soon and attack it.
Right. So is it possible that we're just like screwed now? Like
It is possible, but the thing about XCOM is it's all about snowballing, and it can snowball positively just as quickly as it can snowball negatively.
Right.
So it's mostly about building off of the momentum that we have right now. If we can carry on this momentum, it'll snowball significantly upwards.
Right. Well, like, are you saying that like one single mistake can just make everything crash down, or
That is possible too.
Oh,
You lose a couple key people in your operation, and then you lose a terror mission after that. You lose funding, which means you can't afford the next mission, and it
Right.
snowballs from there.
huh?
That was mostly what I was worried about until we destroyed that base recently, because we were definitely in a downward spiral. But
Right.
I think this mission turned it completely around.
Huh? Yeah. No, I was completely what do you call it? Like naive to any of that. I was just like, oh yeah, we're doing bad, but like whatever. Like I didn't really think about it as being an actual issue.
You can tell you're going really bad whenever people don't just reduce your funding, but they cut your funding. Or
Right.
even worse, the aliens have dismantled the government now they're actively working against you.
Yeah. Huh. I didn't know that was even a thing.
Mm-hmm.
That's horrifying. You're reading, totally off topic, you're reading The Martian, right?
I am. I'm finishing The Martian. I'll finish it when I get back to work today.
I'm assuming you're like pretty far in it. Is he on his trek?
He's in space right now,
Okay.
giving Mars the middle finger.
Got you. Yeah.
But he's
Gotcha.
not on the Hermes. He's not
Yeah.
safe.
Got you. Sweet. Yeah, that book is really fun.
It makes me want to watch the movie again.
Yeah, I mean that would be fine too. Yeah, the movie, and I feel like the movie was like pretty faithful to it.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
I don't know about, because I'm going to need to watch the movie again, but I remember there not being much time with the crew as they do spend in the book.
yeah, probably. I think that yeah, the book puts a little bit more of an emphasis on like his relationship with them.
Mm-hmm. And
I
I'm
think.
enjoying that quite thoroughly.
Yeah. Yeah, the movie kind of glosses over some stuff, but I mean, again, it's a movie. You're trying to condense an 11-hour book into like an hour and a half or whatever.
Mm-hmm. It felt like in the movie, all the characters were like, "Oh, here's their name, here's their archetype," and then that's about it.
Yeah, pretty much. But yeah, that one's good. What are you thinking about doing after?
Well, I wanted to do the Singularity, but Audible like fucked around and wouldn't let me take it, so I have to
Right.
wait for that. So I guess I'm gonna start Project Hail Mary, which
Oh shit!
Is that a 2-part series? Because I think it is.
I don't think so. But
If it is, I didn't have enough credits to get the second book because I got The Martian and then Project Hail Mary.
I'm pretty sure I'm looking it up right now. 1 or 2 books. Because I'm pretty sure it's only one. There is no sequel or prequels. Yeah.
Okay,
It's
well,
a
that's
single.
good.
Okay, that's what I thought, because you scared me for a second. I was like, wait a minute, what? I was like, there's another one of those? Yeah, no, there should only be the one. And yeah, now that one's going to also spoil you a lot. Like that book is incredibly good. So that might make the Singularity and Quantum Earth a little bit less like enticing, because it's going to be. But I think that's the order I listened to it in. Also, like right after I finished Bobaverse, I did Project Hail Mary, I think.
Is this kind of like a should you start the old Star Wars before the new kind of Star Wars thing?
I don't know. I don't think so. I don't think it matters at all. It's just a really, really, really good book. So it's going to kind of like make everything else feel inadequate in comparison. But it also has like a ton of like really cool like conceptual things in it. It goes and it's very detail oriented. And it also like it stressed me out a little bit. Like it doesn't make you feel safe.
It's not wholesome and safe like Bobaverse.
It doesn't make you feel safe, for sure.
Okay.
Like the book is extremely stressful,
On edge.
but in like a sort of hopeful way. Like
I don't know. I made it through Game of Thrones, so I think I can do it.
yeah. But no, I mean it's super good. I kind of want to listen to it again at some point, because, especially now that you're gonna listen to it, because there's so much in it that that captured the crap out of my brain when I was listening to it, that I was like, this is like really interesting, like super fascinating stuff going on.
I don't know anything about it other than they do spin drive at like a really small scale.
Yeah,
It's like really cool how they do it.
Yep. Yeah, there's like this whole yeah. Yep.
Something about getting like their center of gravity to a place where there's no ship.
Yeah. Yeah, there's it's really weird. Their solution to the spin all of that leads like it comes together to create like some of the coolest problems and then solutions like ever. Like it's really, really fun.
These sci-fi books kind of make me wonder, like, what if in the future we do land on Mars and something kind of like The Martian happens, and then like the guy, he knows about the book The Martian, like he's read it or something, and he's like, and then 10 years later he's writing a book, and like in his book he's like sitting there bitching about The Martian. You're like, hey, this guy made it look it was gonna be fucking easy.
Yeah. It's probably no. I don't know of a lot of like astronauts that really write stuff either. Like I feel like any book from any of them, obviously they're not writers, they're like scientists. They're not. That's not really what they do. But
I guess they'd have like a ghostwriter or something. Like they talk about it and then from writes a book about it.
It would be really kind of awesome to get a sort of like biography or something from like somebody that went through one of those or like had one of those adventures.
I mean, adventures like using a very light vocabulary for that.
It's quite the quest. Yeah, like did you? And also, yeah, no, I got nothing. I was gonna go on a tangent about those people that came back from the satellite or whatever. What were they? They were trapped in the. I don't think it was the ISS.
I'm pretty sure they were. They were in the ISS for like 9 months or something.
That's crazy. They couldn't get anything back from ISS for that long. Like, but whatever. No, they were up there for ages.
Yeah, there was no Chinese waiting to step in for the rescue.
Right. But I guess they seem like they're fine. I think.
I don't think it's the longest anyone's ever been in space.
No. But
it was
like,
just kind of bad because unplanned for.
Right. And like they had like the main thing was them having access to like exercise equipment. Because like I think that's going to be. I mean, they're probably both in habilitation still, and they're probably going to be like that for a while.
I wonder if they're going to get a payout.
I don't know. Wasn't it like didn't Trump like specifically say like they didn't get paid overtime and he's willing to pay them over like out of his own pocket? I'm pretty sure like he said that. He was like, I'm willing to, like, I'll pay, like, if we can't get them overtime, then I'll pay them out of my own pocket.
That'd be
the
pretty
time they
cool.
spent up there. Yeah. But, I mean, they definitely deserve something. They've been up there. That's insane.
I wonder if the overtime would be worth being trapped in space.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, what's NASA overtime like?
Oh my god, it has to be juicy.
Yeah, it's got to be pretty good, right? Like, I mean, you got to fuck up really bad to end up using overtime.
Do they ever cover that in The Martian? I don't care about spoilers. Like, does he ever talk about like the big fat bonus he gets?
I don't know. I don't think they ever even talk about it. That's a good point.
That'd be a funny like epilogue, like the lawsuits going on afterwards, and he's like, "You fuckers strapped me out there for like a year, and you're like, only give me $10 million."
I mean, to be fair, he's relatively apologetic towards NASA for the whole scenario. It's like it's not their fault. He doesn't want the crew to take any blame for it. You know, like he didn't. You know, it's just the way that it went.
Well, that's not. Well, that's kind of his like in the now thoughts. That's not his a couple years retrospective and $10 million.
Like, wait a minute. Like, I went through this whole thing and I'm still like, I don't have anything to show for it here. But we got to go back.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah.
Back to hell. Well,
yay.
See you tomorrow.
Bye. Lunch break.
Lunch break.
It's Tuesday?
It's Tuesday.
Yeah.
Happy Tuesday.
Yeah.
How's work going for you? That kind of day?
I don't know. I might finish what I'm doing. I might not. I don't know.
Is it all dependent on the program?
Pretty much. Yeah. Yeah. It is one of those things. Where I'm just slugging through.
Do you have any deadlines you have to meet soon, or is
No,
it?
not really. I mean, it would be really good if I got this out today. It wouldn't really matter if I didn't either.
It just doesn't necessarily have to, though.
Yeah. I'm not really stressed about anything, really.
Yeah, work's probably about the same for me, too. I have a project that I'm working on. Same one as yesterday. Very easy. I think I could push it out today, but I may kind of just wait until tomorrow.
Yeah. Yeah. Basically, I have like I don't know, I have a few things, but all of them are huge.
Mm-hmm.
So that's when I basically just need to get them done at some point. But yeah, I've been listening to Daniel Johnston all day.
Daniel Johnston. Who is Daniel Johnston?
The guy. It's a lot. There's a lot to unpack about who Daniel Johnston is. A guy who grew up, in the 80s and just listened to music and wanted to make music and like was kind of showing up at the rock scene, rock and roll, and wanted to be famous and would make like recordings of himself on a cassette tape and then hand them out to people, like to his friends and stuff, but also started going to like places where he knew MTV was going to be and handing out cassette tapes of albums that he's done. And
he was the guy we were listening to before this.
Yeah. And I mean, there's a lot. It's kind of a lot. It's too much.
I guess you'd have to watch the documentary.
Yeah, there's kind of a lot to unpack about him and who he is, and but his music is pretty addicting to listen to. It's really, really good.
I do like it.
Yeah, it's super chill. Like I'm really never disappointed listening to his albums. Like every one of his little albums that he's done are always like interesting to listen to. And yeah, that's pretty much all I've been doing is listening to that.
I've been listening to Project Hail Mary all day, and it has been very, very fun.
Yeah, where are you?
I'm at the bit where he's finally realized his name and his purpose, and he's like now pressing all the buttons on the computer and trying to find out what the ship can really do.
Okay.
I really fucking love like the Dutch lady, Stott or whatever her name is.
Yeah.
She reminds me of like the really short lady from The Incredibles for some reason. Just every time she talks, I immediately think of her.
Yeah. Yeah. That book is super fascinating, and there's so many like layers to it, and there's so much to like, I don't know. It's fun how the story swaps back and forth between like kind of giving you more context as to what's going on and the actual like experience that he's having. And And yeah, it's really good. It's full of lots of really fun like little twists and turns and stuff. It's really, really, really a good book. I was thinking about listening to it today too, but then I started listening to the album, and then I just didn't stop. Like I kept having the thought over and over again of like, I kind of want to listen to one of my books or something, and then I didn't. It just like it would occur to me, and then I'd be like, well, I want to finish the song, and then another song starts. I'm like, oh, what's this song?
I'm not entirely sure where to go after I finish Project Hail Mary. I kind of want to redo Bobaverse again because I don't have any credits left.
Oh, right. I mean, I don't know. It's whatever. I buy the $55 like 5 credit packet thing. But the
I know my Prime subscription gets me like 1 credit a month or something.
Yeah, but only if you don't have any credits. So like if you have credits, it won't even give it to you, and it only gives it to you once a month. It's kind of stupid. What that really gives you access to is a bunch of other free books like that are included in that Prime thing. So, and there's loads of really good books that I think are free.
Is that where Sandman comes from, or is that still free even without it?
I think I don't know. I actually don't know. I assume it's part of the subscription, but I don't really know.
I'm sure there's a way to check somewhere.
I feel like I've just always had it, so I don't really know what's in it and what's not in it.
I think Prime was like my first subscription ever.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, there's got to be other books you can check out. I don't really know off the top of my head which ones are free, but I'm pretty sure like even some more of the ones that I've been talking about that I know are really good, probably are. But because that one's read by Neil Porter, I think that's his name.
I really love his voice.
Yeah, like he's great, and like he obviously has a theme. Like he likes sci-fi books like that. So you can kind of like jump into some more of the stuff that he's done, and kind of look around there for new books, because like a lot again, like he likes those feel good sci-fis.
He does voice Quantum Earth, right?
I think so.
I know he's not the Martian.
Yeah, no. I'm pretty sure he does Quantum Earth, but I'm not 100% sure about that. Earthside. This is audible. I just wanted to check real quick because now you've got me wondering. Yeah, it is. It's Ray Porter. Ray Porter, that's his name. That's Neil Porter. It's Ray
Neil Porter, not. It's okay. Yeah, Ray Porter, not Neil Porter.
Yeah. Yeah, he's obviously okay. So he's done Singularity Trap, and he's got a lot of like other ones. He's got like a bunch of Jack Carr books. So like In the Blood, Savage Son.
Jack Carr sounds like a name for like a secret agent or something.
Yeah,
Secret Agent Jack Carr.
A little bit. I don't think I've read any of those. But there's also Quantum Radio.
Quantum Radio, is that part of Quantum Earth?
No, it's just another one that he's narrated, but it's by A.G. Riddle. I think A.G. Riddle did something else. What else is there? A.G. Riddle did nothing else. I don't know I don't know who this is. Anyway.
After fucking Bobaverse, honestly, I kind of want to go back to like some of the classics and get some into like really hard sci-fi by like Isaac Asimov or something.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I am just very happy jumping around to sort of whatever, because it feels like there's infinite stuff. Like there's really, like I don't even want to try to get a grip on it. I'm just gonna go with whatever, like kind of jump between just stuff that sounds interesting at the time. But I was also thinking about there's a book called what is it? I think it's made by the same writer that did Quantum Earth and all that, Dennis E. Taylor. It's Roadkill. That one. I wanted to listen to that one. I own it. I haven't listened to it yet. And then he does have a lot of interesting ones that I've been looking at, other than Bobaverse. But I feel like Bobaverse was it's got to be his biggest one. Like it's
kind of hard to beat that.
Yeah, like I don't think anything is really going to hold up to that. He's also got like translated versions of Bobiverse books if you want to listen to a narration in a different language.
Este es Legiono.
Yeah. But no, yeah. I think that's pretty much his biggest thing. But Bobiverse is so good. The second time listening to it too, it is definitely like a different experience. Because
After fucking we did a drawing with Matt on Friday, and I think that was really fun.
yeah,
But there's so much stuff from the Bobiverse that I want to draw, and I feel like it's really easy to because so much of it in the community has been made in Blender.
yeah, I know. It's crazy. Like when you look up that book, there's lots of like little things. I think when I first started listening to it, I was like randomly sending you shit with zero context because I was just finding it, and I was like, "This is great," and you're not gonna know what this is, but I don't care. And I think I sent you like Quinlan's and like
The Heaven 3 or something.
yeah, and it's like it makes no sense, but yeah, like the way he describes like the stuff that he talks about is so fascinating, and like you want to know what it looks like. Like you want to see some kind of representation of it, but I feel like almost nothing ever satisfies like the description. Like nothing ever really like I even like variations of like what Quinlan's can look like. I'm like yeah, that's kind of it, but doesn't really capture like what that is in my head.
If only there was a way to translate the author's mental image onto paper with some sort of brain scanning device or something.
Yeah, I feel like I do think like since you mentioned it a while back, I feel like a Bobiverse animation would be freaking amazing.
Like maybe not like a TV show, or I don't know. I'm wondering like what medium would it be like? Maybe like 3D animation or like a cartoon or something.
I would want it to be like an anime, and I'd want it to be like a multiple part series, and I want it to be pretty faithful to the book. But I think like an anime style thing where things are a little bit dramatized, and like, you know, like when he's talking to people, it's just like, you know, he's just like on screen and he's like there, and you know, like I would like it to be kind of cartoony and sort of overdone, because like my version of it in my head, I think I don't want somebody to try to match that. I want somebody to create like an exaggerated version of that and then do it in a cartoony way. And I think that would work, if that makes any sense.
Kind of like Edge Runners, maybe?
Maybe a little bit. Like I just don't want them to try. I don't want them to try too hard to like to get it. Like just give me. I want it to be vague. That's why I feel like a cartoon is better, because like, or anime or kind of style would be cool, because then you can just play around, and there's not, you know, I won't feel like I don't know, I won't feel betrayed. I can imagine like a live action, like I can't even imagine like them trying to do like a full series of like a Bobiverse experience thing.
It's the same actor doing all the different Bobs.
Yeah.
You have to find a good actor for that, or it would be not good.
No, and it would ruin the experience. Also, I don't think anybody could ever do Bob's voice other than Ray Porter. I feel like he is Bob.
I was thinking maybe like a Black Mirror-esque kind of show, but like it's the Bobiverse.
Maybe. Yeah, like Bobiverse is also like, it's such a crazy universe with like so much lore and weird, very specific, like the way that Bobs communicate and sort of how they interact with each other, and like how bizarre it is that there's like a whole bunch of the same guy. Like dropping into that universe, just bluntly dropping into it and then experiencing it from anywhere in the universe would be fascinating. Like if you just don't know what's going on and you're like, why is there like a ton of the same guy? He's essentially God. He builds like these robots and whatever, and he's immortal but has like talks like he's a human and has memories of being a human, but like
so I guess
is thousands and thousands of years old.
Maybe your show would like take place from like the perspective of everyone else except for Bob.
Maybe. I mean, I still would like to see like an anime style Bob spaceship flying through the air, or like like flying through space and then like battles with something else, and like Bob kind of like thinking, like sitting in a room with other Bobs and like them talking to each other about like what the hell they're gonna do about the situation, and like one of them getting blown up, and then he comes back later,
pissed.
Yeah, like whatever it may be, like that sounds like something I think would be really cool to represent. But I also, on the other side of that, I feel like it would be cool to like kind of get that, just like kind of witnessing it perspective of like, what the fuck, like that's like, it's crazy. I mean, even the little adventures, like him essentially playing God, is like infinitely fascinating, and
Well, a
also
whole
he
show
makes,
could be made on that.
yeah, and he makes like so many things that are effectively biblical, like very biblical references throughout the book of like his kind of like that he adapted a lot of biblical stories into that, but from the perspective of it's Bob doing it, like yeah, like even like the asteroids crashing into the planet, or like him speaking to someone, and like the burning bush or something, like it's just like a thing that's there and it's talking to you, but you don't understand what it is. You just that's how it's representing itself, and then like him being like having requests, but that they don't understand. Like, why do you want me to do something? Like, what's the purpose of this? But it has a purpose. It's a greater purpose that you can't really fathom.
Like, you could ever say you could make them understand.
Yeah, like you can't explain it, but it's there and it's real. And like that, like is just very interesting from that the biblical perspective. And I don't know. I love the way I love how he did it. It's crazy.
First episode could be like some like weird old timey Jesus-y story, but then at the very end it reveals it's the Bob.
Yeah. I mean that. Also, I would feel like that's too open ended, and I would just be like, well, more. Like you can't just reveal Bob and then be like done. But yeah, I don't know. I do think some kind of anime style thing would be really cool. Man, we burned this entire thing just talking about Bobiverse, and then me vaguely talking about Daniel.
Is it already time to go back?
It's already time to go.
And next time we can talk about XCOM, which we have to do tonight. Right? Yeah.
I am excited about that, though. It is going to be cool.
I've been shaking all day, but I guess we should head back to work.
Yeah, we got to go.
Bye. Lunch break. It's Wednesday?
I guess, yeah.
Oh, fucking hell, it is Wednesday.
Yeah.
Holy fuck, it's Wednesday.
I feel less miserable than I did yesterday.
That's good.
Yeah. I got some stuff turned in. I made a little bit of progress. I've still just mostly been listening to freaking Daniel Johnston still.
Yeah, his fun music.
Dude, I'm obsessed. I'm obsessed with it. It's crazy. This is the 4th day in a row that I've listened to nothing but his music. I haven't been able to listen to anything else. I can't make myself do it. And like he has so many albums, and like every time, like every single one of them is just so much to unpack. And I'm like, I don't have any time for anything else. Like I have to get to the bottom of his rabbit hole. I finished the documentary.
How long was he like consistently active?
He made music. I mean, really, it was about 6 years. That was really like his golden era of when he was like still mentally healthy enough to really put something down. But like,
I know you said he made music basically throughout his life, but I'm like wondering, like, were there like kind of like eras where he would like make a lot more?
Yeah. I mean, for sure. Like, well, okay. So the first few years he made his little tiny albums, and then he would hand those out and do his whole thing. He was trying to get popularity, and then he started smoking pot and stuff with his manager, and then just personality changes started happening, and then he went to a concert. I can't remember who they were, but at this concert, somebody at some point handed him some LSD, some acid.
Nice.
Completely lost his mind.
Not nice.
From that moment on, he was never really the same. Like he kind of just completely changed. And so some point after that, he ended up in a sort of mental institution for a little while. And while he was in there, he ended up blowing up in popularity, because it was while he was still in that institution that Kurt Cobain, somebody got one of the t-shirts, or one of the managers, the person that was still trying to promote his stuff, handed a t-shirt to somebody that knew Kurt Cobain, and then he handed that t-shirt to Kurt Cobain, and Kurt Cobain decided to wear it.
And the t-shirt's the one with like the weird alien thing on it?
Yeah.
Okay.
His little frog guy.
Oh, I thought it was an alien.
It's the literal album cover for one of his album, Hi, How Are You?
Lots of Bobiverse and stuff. I understand. Not an alien, it's a frog.
But like, he wore that shirt, and people saw it, and he didn't just wear it once. He wore it many times. He wore it for a long time.
Kurt Cobain did?
Yeah, like he wore it a lot. And so people were like really wondering like, what is that? And looking into it. And then he started blowing up. So he got super, super, super famous. He doesn't know who Kurt Cobain is. He doesn't keep track of anything like, he doesn't really listen to music. He just makes music. He's not, the only people he really knows are the Beatles. So a manager, while he was in there in the hospital, he was like, okay, well, we can get deals with record deals. So he was busy getting deals with records, and he got one. I think it was with Atlanta or Atlantic Records, something like that. And it was like, multiple $100,000 record deal, and potential, like it was a huge amount of potential. He got out and he pitched it to him, and because that particular one of the, they also signed Metallica. Major. He was, very obsessed. He was schizophrenic and very much obsessed with like the idea of the devil and like the devil's trying to get him and stuff.
I was going to ask about that because I know like a common thing with schizophrenia is it getting activated whenever you start taking psychoactive drugs.
No, just 100%. It was that, and also he was severely he had some depressive issues, like bipolar depressive stuff going on. So he was a lot of up and down, and then the schizophrenia was really, really rampant again after that experience that he tried the psychedelics. But no, he saw that Metallica was in the label and was like, you're Satan, you're the devil, I'm not doing this, and absolutely refused to do it, and it destroyed this manager, this guy that worked 7 years to try to get him to try to make this happen, and he just threw it away and then fired him, and then went with somebody else, and then I think he eventually moved, and then he had another little resurgence when a small band kind of moved to the town that he was living in, and they just kind of found him. Like, I think he was being attacked by like a dog or like a couple dogs.
Sounds like a movie.
Yeah, they were just going by and they saw him out there and they're like, "Is that Daniel?" Like, maybe, probably not, but let's go help him. And they went out there and one of the members like kicked the dog and it ran away. And they were talking to him. They're like, "Oh my God, you're Daniel!" And he was like, "Yeah." He was like, "You guys play guitar? You guys play music?" So they formed a little band and started making recordings again.
Not a Satan band, though.
Not a Satan band, no. Like I think literally one of them, there was a recording and it showed one of the band members with a t-shirt that said like "Satan sucks" or something. But like, yeah, so he started making a little bit of music again, and
this is he's like later in life at this point.
Yeah, I don't really know how old he was. He probably was in his 30s or something like that, mid 30s.
Wasn't he
30s.
Died when he was like in his 50s?
He died 58.
Yeah.
And so he had, again, it wasn't smooth rolling from that point on. He had this little band. He was making a little bit of music, but he was still dealing with like mental psychotic breaks every once in a while. He just kind of went off the deep end and had a lot of ups and downs. But near the end of his life, especially, he kind of came out of it and he started touring and was going to like shows and singing for audiences, and he did that. He did pretty well. He was doing pretty okay. He was starting to write music again and came out with a good amount of stuff. But I mean, obviously, eventually, the stress, I assume, caught up to him, and his heart just couldn't do it.
He didn't fall off like the wagon again or something?
No, I think it just ended. It just ended like that. I think at the time he was, but he also like, he wasn't all there 100% still. Like he was still kind of, not quite himself. But it was crazy because he was still able to express himself so much from his music and like his art, the stuff he drew. He wasn't just a musician. He was a very good artist. Like the stuff he was an amazing artist,
artistical genius.
He drew some incredible things, and like you could still see it in the art. Like there's a part of him that's in there. Like he's there and he's wanting to create, and he's the person that he's always been, but he just can't. He's just not quite there yet, and I don't know. It was a rocky road the whole way through, but it turned him into an absolute legend. Like he is quite literally the perfect version of a legend. Like he had this amazing golden era, and he's always been this artistic genius and then just struggled with mental health issues right up until the day he died, and was still able to make stuff.
Mhm.
And that was, yeah. I mean, I'm just obsessed with him. Everything he's made is just so fascinating to listen to, and then like all of his earlier stuff is so raw, and like it's just so like, I don't know, it's incredible how raw it is. Like he just recorded it on a cassette tape player, and he just sat it down and just started playing.
It's very cozy sounding.
Yeah, like, and then he just, you would just like splice it all together and then hand it out to people and friends and family. And then, like I said, that manager that tried to keep him going spent like 7 years trying to get those record deals. He even started a company after all this happened, after he was fired, where he would just make copies and sell tapes of his stuff because he believed in him. He was like, I can't I don't work for him anymore, but he's still just like, he was like, this stuff is going to be gone if I don't do anything.
Mm-hmm.
People need to see this. And I think that practice is still done. I know that How Are You is like a foundation, a charity foundation for mental health that still sells all of his stuff and donates all that. It'll go straight to the foundation. And they still create copies of his tapes and sell those.
That's really wholesome.
I bought 2 of those. And
not sponsored by them.
and a CD and like a T-shirt and some stuff. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know. It's gonna be a second. I'm gonna get over it eventually, but like I can't. I'm totally obsessed with it right now. Yeah, that's all I got going on. I've just been thinking about that.
I've just been riding the wave of the amazing book that is Hail Mary.
Yeah, how's that going now? Where are you?
I've got like 6 or so hours left. I'm at the bit where they're trying to figure out how to get samples of the fucking
Gotcha.
the thing that eats the space bacteria.
Right. How do you feel about that alien?
I fucking love the alien.
Yeah.
He's a little legend.
Yeah. Do you like I love how he, like, his senses and shit work,
Mhm.
and like how the dynamic between the two like cultures and stuff. There's a lot of things you got to kind of brush off in that book too. Like there's a lot of like hard science fiction,
Mhm.
even when it comes to like him somehow being able to like learn his language sort of more intuitively as the book goes on. Like
I did feel a little bit fast.
yeah, it's a little goofy, but like it's okay because it's really fun storytelling. That and like they have some moments together where they are kind of talking about something. I really like the way he did it. Like he wanted to have them have conversations that make the reader think about the concepts that are there
Mhm.
that he's talking about. But he did it in a way that's a little bit too like forced in edgewise, where it's like this isn't really a conversation I think that these two characters would actually have. Like I think that they probably are a little bit more like I don't know. I think that they're a little bit smarter than that conversation
Mhm.
would have. I don't think
Yeah,
the conversation
I feel like
would have
they both-
happened.
Yeah, they both like catched on to each other like very, very quickly.
Yeah, but like I just think sometimes like they talk about things and like they kind of make, I don't know, the writer kind of made one or the other a little stupider than they should have been, just for the sake of being able to explain it,
Mhm.
explain a certain concept for the reader, which is fine though, because again the story's incredible and everything that happened is amazing and the story's awesome, but
I love how they don't understand radiation
yeah.
or how space looks like soup to them.
Right. Yeah, like the idea that like they don't even name their planet. Like they didn't have names for their planets because they never saw their planets.
Mhm.
Like they didn't know that was a thing. They only found that out like way later. Yeah, not knowing about radiation is huge.
I love their biology just in general, how they're like fucking massive, but kind of
Right.
really dense
Yeah.
organisms
Yeah.
made of like heavy metals,
Yeah, live in a sulfuric, extremely hot and like atmosphere.
breathing ammonia.
Right.
God.
That's what it was. I thought it was sulfur. Yeah. Yep. I mean, it's pretty freaking amazing science fiction, and like one of the coolest, most like Oh God, it must have been so like the challenge for that writer that he gave himself of making it so like trying to figure out how these two creatures that have two completely different biologies and totally different like sensory and everything, like just completely different spectrums when it comes to living creatures, somehow finding a way to like communicate and then but like create a bond with each other is fucking amazing. And then like with the unified goal of like saving them their people, which is awesome. Like I don't know, that book is brilliant.
I love how he sounds like a kind of like a whale, but like it's like the whale's like talking through like one of those like weird synth things you blow through.
All the beeps and boops in the actual audiobook are awesome when he talks.
It tripped me out the first time I heard it because I was just on a walk and then like I heard it from like behind me and I was like, is someone playing a piano behind? What the fuck?
Yeah.
No, it's just Rocky just chatting.
Like and the like him getting his attention just through taps. Like it's like I love that so much. And like it's just it's a really 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 good book. I wish more people would. I wish that book was bigger too.
I thought it was written by the guy that made Bobaverse, but it's not. It's just the same voice actor that does Bobaverse.
Yeah. I thought you knew that, but no, it's not the same writer.
It is the same writer that did The Martian, though.
Yeah, no, like World, Quantum Earth, and Singularity are the same writer, but not that one. That one's a little bit different.
Their writing styles are very similar, I find.
Yeah. I mean, I'm sure that they're all taking inspiration from the same sources. You know, it's like it's kind of it's the same world. I find like even like The Martian, like all of like a lot of like hard science fiction like that. Well, Martian wasn't necessarily. It was hard science fiction, but it wasn't like they were. It's
not
tried.
Isaac Asimov.
Yeah. It's not as out there, but a lot of them kind of have like similar themes and kind of have vaguely similar writing styles. But that's the whole thing. It's like really, it's cool that it's all inspired.
Makes me want to listen to June again.
Yeah, you're making me want to try it out again. I need to finish Dungeon Crawler Carl first.
Yeah, I need to get that book too, but I gotta wait for the credits.
Yeah, and I gotta stopping it. I gotta stopping reading it. I keep doing that over and over again. I get super into it, and then I just like, I get distracted. Even though I'm like into it, I'm like distracted anyway. I'm so close to finishing the second to the last book, and then I just got to get to the last one. We gotta go.
It's time to go back to hell.
Yeah.
Only 2 days of suffering remaining.
Yeah, and then we got a crazy ass weekend.
Yeah. Well, bye-bye.
Bye. Lunch break. It's, what the hell is it?
It's Thursday.
I don't know
Friday
why I keep
Eve.
forgetting what day it is. Yeah.
How's work going?
I mean, it's fine. I'm just doing the same thing I was doing yesterday.
Today's kind of like a vacation day for me because I've got 2 projects that I can't do anything with, so I'm just sitting there waiting until I can do something with them.
Yeah, mostly listening to Dungeon Crawler Carl.
I finished Hail Mary this morning.
Yeah. I'm almost done with the second to last book.
How many books for Dungeon Carl is there?
I think there's 7.
And each book is how long?
I want to say at least like 15 hours.
Nice.
But I don't know that for sure. But they're pretty long. Definitely feel like 15 hours. But yeah, I mean, I'm loving the shit out of it. I really, really, really like those books. It's so fun. But I am tired. I'm ready. It's just a long series. It's kind of like watching like The Walking Dead or something, where it's like I'm enjoying this, but like for fuck's sake, like it's just long. But yeah,
I've been thinking about starting Dune again.
Yeah, you talked about that last time. Are you going to do that today?
I think I will, yeah, because I've just been, I kind of started catching up on like some podcasts that I listened to, and I finished that like right before lunch break, and then I don't really have anything to watch on YouTube other than just music, and I don't want to listen to any music right now.
Yeah, I mean, you could listen to the Daniel Johnston documentary.
I'd rather watch it, though.
Yeah, there are some bits in there where it is kind of cool to see what's going on, but, yeah, that one. That's the only thing I can think of on YouTube that'd be interesting.
We fucking. I don't think we talked about XCOM last time, but we did XCOM.
Yeah.
And fucking hell, like, we're just going really well now.
Yeah. Except we haven't gotten the money yet.
We haven't. We haven't gone by. We played it like for like how long? I guess this is 2 hours of gameplay,
Yeah.
and we haven't gone a full month.
Right. Yeah, that's a little crazy. But we have done a lot of shit has happened.
Oh yeah, and in that less than a month, we did a terror mission, which we scratched by. We did a base mission, which we blew up the base, but fucking everyone got slaughtered.
Right.
And then we did this terror mission, which that actually went pretty well. We only lost like 4 guys.
Yeah. And didn't a bunch of people get promoted?
Oh, yeah.
Decently? Like, so.
We've got a commander now.
Right. It should be. I'm just excited to see how much money really comes in.
Mm-hmm.
And-
And hopefully it's not a disappointing amount.
Yeah. Is it possible that it's a disappointment? I mean, you did a. I mean, is it maybe because it's so close to the beginning of the game? Maybe there's something else limiting the amount of money you make.
The thing that I'm worried about is before we had these really awesome missions, we had a bunch of fucking horrible missions, which I don't know if that was the month that we're in now or the month previous, because if it is the same month, then that could still be dragging us down a little bit.
Right.
But I also don't have much presence anywhere else in the world other than the United States.
Mm-hmm.
So even though I did destroy that base in Sri Lanka, the places in like Russia or like South America still may be quite disappointed with me.
Gotcha. Okay. I mean, yeah. Are we gonna play that today?
I hope so.
Yeah, that would be cool. I'm down. I keep getting in. I've still been playing like Dave the Diver a lot. That's mostly like the only game I've been playing.
It looks really relaxing. I love
It's
the music
chill. It is really chill, and like the progression's super fun. So I just keep getting back into it over and over again. But yeah, I mean, I don't have any freaking plans for today. Once I get out of work, the only thing I got on my roster is I'm gonna make a stir fry. That's
Mhm.
it. That's all I know.
I'm going to eat the last of the leftover burritos.
Yeah,
Delicious steak and egg burritos.
yeah, and then just chill and wait for UFO, I guess.
I don't know if you noticed with the burritos, but I actually used kind of a cheaper meat than I usually have been the other times. I don't know if it made it really noticeable though.
I don't think it mattered at all. The cheap steak, I mean, also, I mean, in the format of it being in a burrito, okay, it doesn't really matter that
Mhm.
much, I don't think, because you're not like I'm not savoring it. I'm just, it's going down with everything else.
I did notice that it tasted slightly different, but I actually was kind of aware of it because I knew of the steak beforehand.
Yeah,
But I think adding more egg to it kind of overpowered the cheap steak flavor because there's significantly more egg in this than there were the other ones.
right. It's so weird, like this, because you're essentially food prepping, but making like burritos.
Mhm.
But like, it's funny because, like, I don't know if it's again. I think that these things are happening everywhere all the time, and maybe it's just because we talk about it and that's why it popped up. But I was seeing like news articles about like there's a new trend to make food prep burritos, and like and, like talking about like, oh, there's loads of Americans are making food prep burritos now and putting eggs and steak and stuff inside, and I'm like, that's really weird. Like, but I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know either. Like, I do get recommendations all the time for random food prep things, but I've
Yeah.
also been very into cooking for quite a long time now, and
Right.
I've done loads of food prepping, so
Yeah,
I don't know.
I don't know. I just thought it was like interesting. I was like, okay, that was kind of like an epiphany. Not really an epiphany, but just something I was thinking about like a little while ago. Was like, it feels like every time you see, or no, especially with like music. This is still kind of vaguely related to that topic, but it's different. When you think about music, you'll have if you find an artist and you're like, wow, like. You listen to it and it like changes your perspective on something,
Mhm.
or like it blows your mind. You're like, oh my god, I didn't even like think about this being a possibility, whatever. For every one person that you find that's doing that, and that maybe has that is popular enough that they ended up on your radar, there's probably hundreds of people out there that are doing the exact same thing, or hundreds of people that are making something that is just as powerful, and then
Mhm.
probably no one knows that they're doing it. And it's like,
they just so happen to get caught by the algorithm.
right. Which, like, on one hand is like, duh. But on the other hand, it's like it kind of makes it change, like not to downplay the significance of the person you find,
Mm-hmm.
but to say like, it's not. I don't know. I find that to be interesting because it's like not to stop looking, I guess, is all. Like,
It reminds me of a topic you were talking about, I don't know how long ago. I don't even know if it was on lunch break, but fucking you were talking about how a lot of people don't even look at their subscriptions on YouTube anymore. They just
Yeah.
kind of click the first video that YouTube recommends them.
right. Yeah. I mean, for music, it's very much like that because music. I mean, first of all, music. Like you would think maybe like music songs are only like 3 minutes or whatever, and you think it's not that time consuming to like explore music, but it is insanely time consuming to explore music.
Mm-hmm.
Like, yeah, there's no guarantee that you're really going to be super into it, and it takes like a genuine effort and discipline to be like to go. I am going to actively look for something new. And while I'm doing that, I'm going to sacrifice some of my time knowing that I'm probably going to run into stuff that I'm like, okay, not really that interested. And you don't really know until you finish it, like until you get there. And then like you could make the mistake of like trying to rush that process of being like, oh, I'm just going to, like you start a song, first few seconds, you're like, skip. And you could do that, but you're going to miss out on so much because like, most songs aren't going to like provide the essence of the material in the first like couple of seconds or like the first minute or whatever.
Yeah, the ending might sound terrible unless you listen to the whole song, and then you're like, oh fuck, this is like really clever actually.
Right, which is again like I also don't like I kind of just think that most music is good if you listen to it the first time and you're like, I don't get it. You listen to it again. And you'll maybe start to catch on to things. Like it's you can't just because it's about patterns. Music is all just patterns. When you listen to it for the first time, your brain is constantly trying to predict what's going to happen next. And what makes music satisfying is basically playing around with your expectations. It sets you up for something, and then maybe it surprises you or goes a different direction, or it resolves in a way that you weren't expecting, and that is what makes music satisfying to listen to. And if you just like, when you listen to something for the first time, sometimes you're so busy trying to predict stuff that you don't really enjoy it or you don't really like understand it. And then you listen to it again and you're spending less time like trying to figure out what's going to happen, and you're just focusing on what's happening, and you'll get a way different experience. So like, I don't know. I feel like people miss out a lot on music because they either rush or they just don't take the time to try to appreciate it, and they don't realize how much you would love music, like how fanatic you could be.
It's so fucking satisfying finding someone like a new artist that it really activates your fucking neurons. Like you're like, holy fuck.
And like, and it also like I basically always explore music. I listen to the same people like often, but I'll have long bursts of time where I'm only looking for new stuff, and to just try to stay in that mindset. And through that, like, I've accumulated like thousands of likes on Spotify, but like when I look through my likes, you think like, oh, that's too much. Like, if surely you can't really like it's just too much. It's like, it's pointless at that point. Like maybe you're just kind of oversaturating it. It isn't. Like I scroll through my likes and I recognize basically everything in there, and I have like this map in my mind of what it sounds like and what that journey was like. It's also like a timeline of those different things that I've experienced or like I've run into, and just scrolling through, like I still feel like there's not enough. I scroll through my thousands of likes and I'm like, I've heard all this, like like I kind of want something new, and I continue to add stuff to it, and then the satisfaction of like, once you've listened to something, whether or not it was impactful or not, some part of you is going to remember that melody, that voice, those instruments, whatever. The structure of that song is somewhere in your head, and when you hear it again, you're gonna that's what's gonna spark that moment of like, you hear it again, you're like, oh my god, I remember this, and you're like, okay, and then you're like, okay, I get it now. Like, this is something I didn't know that I was craving this again, but I am. I want to hear this more, and you'll never get that experience unless you pile it up. Allow yourself to pile it up. Don't be scared of liking things, even if it's just a little bit of hint of something in there. Don't be afraid of being like, oh, well, if I like it and then I put it on shuffle and it pops up, maybe I won't like it. Maybe I won't be into it. Like, don't think like that. Like, that's what playlists are for. If you're in the mood for something, then make a playlist. Let your likes be your likes. It doesn't, no matter how small it is. I feel like that's the way to treat it. But again, everybody does their own thing, and do whatever you want. But I think that's if you want to maximize your musical enjoyment, that's the way to do it.
I don't know. It's like I have a hard time relating with things unless I compare it to like something physical that I know about. So like the topic or concept of appreciating music kind of makes me think of yoga and stretching.
Yeah.
Because I feel like a lot of the times when you do some of like the basic yoga poses or some of the stretches, they don't really make sense like the first 100 times you do it.
Yeah.
But then after your body morphs and gets used to doing that movement, only then can you start to actually appreciate why doing those movements are important.
Right. It's you kind of like unlock new abilities. Like you don't know what you don't know, and you don't know what you're missing out on until you can experience it. Neil deGrasse Tyson had was talking the other day about something, and there was some clip of him, but he pointed out like. And this is kind of related. It's just about biases. Like people are like, and NASA figured out that on their tracks for when they land space shuttles, the shuttle would kind of drift off course. It wouldn't go in a straight line. So their solution to that was to just put grooves in the runway, so that when it lands, the wheels would kind of fit into those grooves a little bit, and it would keep it on a straight line. And now that's what they use for freeway off ramps too. So if you ever notice when you're getting on a freeway off ramp, sometimes it kind of feels like your car just kind of slides into it. And that's because the road is literally designed so that your wheels will run along it. And it's one of those things where it's like, that's obvious now when you think about it, like, duh. But, and you might think like anybody could have thought of that, but you didn't. You didn't think of that. It took NASA having this problem and finding a solution for that to happen, right? So it's just like sometimes, even if something is like in order, nothing is ever really as obvious as it seems. And like, so you can't really discover that stuff, especially about your body, until you do it. And you might be like, wow, I really like now I feel like I can move better, or I can do whatever any particular action much more freely, and you never even realize what you were missing until you have it.
100%. That reminds me of like something that's very recently, probably like past year or so, I've been doing a certain type of squat called like the B stance, but it's completely changed how I pick things up now.
Right.
Like I used to, it's hard to explain. I used to like bend over in a certain way, but now I just kind of like squat down while doing it, and it's significantly less energy consumption. It's easier on my joints, I think.
Right.
I don't have to crook my back or anything.
Yeah. I find myself much more willing to do squats and stuff, which also like if I'm like at a grocery store and I'm like want to grab something from a bottom shelf, not being scared of going into a squat to grab it, like, or like just to like look, just to read the label of something. It feels weird, and like at first it feels weird, but when you do it a lot, it just becomes normal when you kind of just squat down. And like, I guess I think before I wouldn't have even considered doing it, because I'd be like, that's going to hurt. That's going to suck to do. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to bend over weird, or I'm going to kind of like kneel or like bend my back and like look at it sideways or something. But it does just make more sense to just kind of squat down and look at it. And it's not really a movement that I would have ever done had I not worked on that.
Also, learning a lot more about myofascia has really like increased my appreciation for functional movement and yoga and just stretching or moving around in general.
Right. Yeah. I was thinking about the fascia thing the other day, like talking about that with people.
It's really, the most interesting thing I find about it is just like the concept of everything in your body is connected to one another.
Right.
So like, and especially how like the fascia grows around your muscle, it kind of wraps in like these opposite bands. So like the left side of your shoulder is connected through the myofascial lines to like your right leg.
Right. Yeah. And then that shit can tighten up as you get older. And then you'll have a slightly less range of motion, and then that slightly less range of motion will develop into a limp, and then that limp will develop into more problems, and you get chronic pain and whatever. So yeah, it's a slippery slope. But we got to go. We already got to go back.
Oh fuck. Well, tomorrow's Friday.
Yeah. Yay.
Friday.
Bye. Lunch break. It's Friday.
It's Friday. Happy Friday. How's work going?
It's fine. I've been basically doing nothing. I've turned in everything I need to worry about, so I'm just chilling. The only thing that sucks about today is that the office is so quiet, and I should be fine now because I've eaten something. But like I was sat there with like a little tiny bit of anxiety as I was finishing up this thing I was trying to work on, and it wasn't a big deal. But my body freaks out when I have anxiety. I start making loads of fucking noise. So I was sat there with like, my stomach making the most horrific sounds. And I don't know, it's crazy. I don't know if it's just because the office is quiet and like that just happens all the time when I'm anxious. I just don't notice it. I've never noticed having a problem like that in my life. But in that office, I'm sat there. I'm just like, there's no reason to be anxious, but my body's anxious and it's making the most horrific sounds.
I think that room's like quieter than it should be because of like the stuff it's made out of too. Like it's like really absorbing some sound.
Maybe it's weird. Like so like I'm just sitting there. My stomach's like, I'm like, God damn it, shut up. And it's worse if I have both my headphones in. So if I'm sat there with like both earbuds in and I can't hear it, I won't react to it in time, or like, because I can kind of like really like quickly focus on relaxing my stomach and stuff, my abs, and like kind of negate the problem. But if I have both earbuds in, I can't do that. So I have to sit there with one earbud out, and it's really annoying because I'm like, I want to listen to the song in stereo, but I can't because if I put the other earbud in, my stomach's going to be like, and I'm like, God, all right, I'll have people looking at me like, what's wrong with them? Like, I'm not just sat over here like shitting my pants or something. My stomach's just really fucking active.
I'm normal.
Like, I don't know what to do. But as soon as I eat something, it's pretty much, I guess it's busy.
It distracts it.
Yeah, it has no time to complain. So
we did XCOM last night.
Yeah.
It was a disaster.
Yeah.
It was going good. Like everything was fine. And then one turn and it all came down.
Yeah. I still really don't have a feel for how well we're doing, to be honest. Like, it doesn't seem like there hasn't really been any consequences, but nothing good has happened either. So
I'd say we're doing about average. We're not doing terrifically well. We've got a lot of L's under us, but we've also got quite a good few significant wins under us as well.
Right.
And the last month that passed, most of the nations were very pleased with our ability to stop the alien menace. So I think even though we failed this terror mission, I think it's not too late to come back and be fine. Plus, we just researched loads of shit. We're selling. We've got money in the bank. We have like $1 million. So once we get paid again, we can set up a new base and start killing more aliens.
Right.
And then also we'll be able to make the new flight ship, the new spacecraft. So we'll be able to shoot down more aliens, which will make people even more happy with us.
If we get that like UFO landing craft or whatever, will it literally be in the shape of a UFO, like inside?
The flight UFO thing, no. It's more reminiscent of the thing we already have. It's just like wider.
Okay.
But the fighter spacecraft is a UFO.
Gotcha.
It's just, it doesn't look like that to us. It just looks like a little dot.
Gotcha. Well, that's whatever. I always feel so something weird about those episodes when we're making them is trying to like the pacing of like, because you're mostly just playing, and so you're kind of just talking the whole time, but like there's also like trying to get into the right mindset of recording something like that, like gameplay. Like it feels like there's a pressure to like fill in the space or like keep going or whatever, like
no dead time,
or whatever. But there really isn't, because that it is those videos are long form, but they would eventually be edited down. So I kind of feel like a mentality of like sometimes less is better, only like trying to keep it focused a little bit more.
I think it's kind of high energy, but it's also chill at the same time. And I think the game being how it is, very turn based, slow, it's the chill vibe adds to it.
Like I like to try to just be honest generally, but like I'm fine with like, I don't think there's anything wrong with like getting energy levels up or whatever, like kind of getting into it. Like that's important no matter what. You got to keep your energy up. But in terms of like trying to force stuff, I feel so uncomfortable about it. So I'm like, I'll just tend to be kind of quiet till I'm like, well, that's fun. I'm like what's going on there or whatever.
That was something I remember when I used to stream a lot. I would think about a lot. Like, if I would feel guilty if I'm not saying anything, so I would just force myself to say word garbage. But eventually, I found it more comfortable if I was just like, if I don't want to speak, I won't speak. If I want to say something, then I'll say it. Yeah,
but like even like no matter what, I think that there's always a balance. It's like you're constantly having to do. Like I don't know, it just feels weird. Like it does matter, but it also doesn't matter. It's like if you just have to be somewhere in the golden zone and you're fine.
You don't want to care too much where you're like, oh, now you're in your head, but you also don't want to care at all where you're just like sitting there the whole time.
I just don't. And you don't want it to be fake because like I don't know, don't like not to be more enthusiastic than I really am. Like I do care, and like that's enough. I think like as long as you care. If we didn't care, I don't think we'd make them in the first place.
I don't know if we overhyped it. Feel too much like a little kid TV show.
Yeah, right.
Afterwards, like staring yourself in the mirror with like a gun to your head, just like ah.
Like I don't know. Yeah. It's weird to find like a balance for it. I always feel like I'm forcing stuff if I'm like I don't know, and then ending up saying like just stuff nonsense, saying just stuff that just really doesn't make sense. Like my first thought after like I'll say something, I'm like, what the fuck? Like like what was that? Like what does that even mean?
Did that
like,
add any meaning to the
yeah,
conversation?
like I need, and then I feel like I'd rather immediately address it. And be like, okay, that's not what I meant to say at all.
But that also shows honesty, which I think.
Well, yeah, but still, it's just weird.
I found commentating for XCOM pretty easy so far, but I'm also the one playing it, so I can kind of just say what I'm doing.
Right. I mean, I don't think it's hard either. It just feels weird. Like it's just a weird experience. I've never really enjoyed that part of recording videos so much. Like I like talking, I like hanging out. Edited stuff is so much more relaxing to me. I just like just having it be edited and not even like considering there's a long format variation of it. It makes it easier. But like that, then again, I like streaming, and I'm like, streaming is great. But the problem with streaming is if you don't have active viewers in a chat, then there's nothing there, and you can sit there and pretend like you're fucking having like you're all into the like. Well, I know when I play games by myself, I totally just sit here and go, oh no, oh dang, oh look at that. I totally act like that. No one does that, and so it just feels honest and shitty. So 90% of the time when I'm streaming, I'm just kind of quiet, and if something's going on, I'll talk about it, or I'll talk about like what my plan or goal is. But like, if there's no one to talk to, I'm just gonna be mostly quiet. Sat there like, okay, like.
General Sam talks about streaming a whole bunch because he's more of like a YouTube kind of person with the edited content, and he doesn't really like long form content that much other than for like podcasts.
Yeah.
But he was talking about whenever he streams, he always tries to make it like a show.
Right. Yeah. I mean, that makes sense. And I think that is the right way to do it. And but you
also need an audience for that.
Right, exactly. Like he has the luxury of being able to do that. If you don't have an audience, if you don't have people there directly to interact with, you have nothing. You are talking to a mirror.
You're on like a raft in the middle of the ocean. There's a yacht out there somewhere, but you're just on the dark part.
It just feels really kind of lame.
Depressing.
Yeah. But I don't know. Yeah, it's also easy to overthink. So it just is what it is.
I started Dune again.
Yeah.
I'm fucking, oh god, it's such a completely different writing style than such as like in like Bobaverse or The Martian or something. Like, just the amount of time that they spend thinking about what they're gonna say, and then finally having that dialogue and what the dialogue means.
Yeah,
it's a lot of contemplation and long thought, and not very much action.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, like when I picked up the sci-fi stuff, I did not want to put it back down. I still do not really want to move away from that for right now. There's so many things I want to like start digging into. Although it would be nice to have something a little different, because I've been on a sci-fi spree for a while. But like I said, still heavily invested into Dungeon Crawler Carl, and I'm just slowly making my way through it. I don't know how much more I have of that book. But
how many books did you say? There's like 7 of them or something?
Yeah. I have 5 more hours. Like, that's crazy. I've already done 17. So it's over 20 hours for this one book. I mean, they're all, I'm assuming they're all pretty long. It's felt like a lot. I wish I could just see how long each of them are. It doesn't just show me on Audible, but yeah,
there's a bunch of little quirks like that in Audible that I find really fucking annoying.
Yeah, like trying to get okay. So like one of them is like 11 hours, but that's a book. That's, I don't know. That one was weird because it's technically like part 2 of the first book, or like a different book, and this one's like 13 hours. I think the one that I'm on is like one of the longest ones. I think that might be what it is too. I'm like, holy shit, this one's taking a long time.
How do you feel about really long books?
I don't really have any problem with a long book as long as it is good. Like it can, if it loses your like again, the Dune books, the first few were great, and then it just starts to
Go off the rails.
it's like it becomes like really hard to read because it's very long, or like the Lord of the Rings books, where it's like there's a lot of detail in
They're
this.
gonna spend an hour describing a flower.
Right. I'm like, I don't know how, like, I don't know about all that, but
I like it sometimes. I guess it just depends on the context of when I'm listening to it. If I'm in the mood to just chill out and just listen to a very long, monotonous book, some of them are really fucking good.
I honestly don't think I think about it. Like when I'm picking a book, I'm not looking at how long it is and going, oh, do I want to read that? Like, I don't do that. I just go like, this is what I want to read. I'm going to do it.
It is something I think I do look at a lot. I don't know. I feel like the longer books, there's like a little bit of comfort there knowing that like this experience is going to last quite a long time.
Yeah, but there's also like loads of series books that are like again, like this. Like, again, some of those books are only 11 hours, but there's so fucking many of them. It's not like, I mean, it's like the books become more like chapters at that point.
Fucking Game of Thrones is a bit of a slog though, because there's like a fuck ton of books and each one's like 20 hours plus.
Yeah.
I think one of them's like 35 hours or something.
Right.
Which is like ridiculous. It just like never fucking ends.
I don't know if I'll ever pick up Game of Thrones. I think about it sometimes, but I don't really know.
If you're a fan of the show, I'd definitely recommend getting the books.
Like, I didn't hate the show. I just remember losing interest. And I feel like I'll do the same thing with the book. I'd rather just like avoid it altogether if I think I'm just going to pick it up and then eventually be like, I don't know, and then feel like I just wasted time.
I definitely felt that whenever I was reading Feast of Crows, which I think is like the third or fourth book.
Yeah.
But it's the only book that I started to like lose interest in. Like all the other ones are really good.
Right. Yeah.
But it's just because Feast of Crow, like, it focuses on none of the main characters whatsoever. It's all side characters or characters that were not introduced except for in this book.
Gotcha. Are we going to do, totally off topic, are we going to do, like, farmers carries at the gym today?
I would hope so. I think that would pair very well with our hangs.
How much weight?
I've been thinking about that a lot, too. I was thinking maybe 50 pounds is a good starting weight. Or we could
do they have
lower.
like 50-pound barbells in there?
Oh yeah, they've got like 100-pound ones.
Okay.
So that's not going to be an issue. But I think we'll do 3 sets. One where we're just holding on both sides, so an equal farmer's carry, and then we'll do alternate side farmer's carry, so like one on the left and one on the right.
Would you use different weights for each of those?
That's mostly just by feel, just whatever you're comfortable with.
Okay. Yeah, like I was thinking, like, because we would literally be pacing up and down the gym just holding onto weights, which is kind of weird.
It does make you look like a bit of a psycho because you're like all sweaty and serious, all your veins are bulging.
Right. I'm just moving this to the other side of the gym. Yeah, like, I don't know, that one, I was thinking, like, if you did it on a treadmill, plus it would look a little bit less weird if you're just walking on a treadmill holding a weight. You're like, oh, you know what that person's doing. But I don't know how effective it would be. Like, it seems like when you're actually walking, you plant your feet different. You kind of hold your body up different.
Yeah, walking on a treadmill is significantly more different than walking on any kind of surface.
Right. Like, you kind of, it seems like I always think, I'm always thinking about where my feet are landing, and like, also like trying to keep the same pace means I'm kind of like, I don't know, like I feel like I'm triggering muscles that when I wouldn't normally do it or something, like like little things like that. So it's like, it's just kind of forcing me to do something that I wouldn't really be doing if I was actually doing it. Also
a bit hesitant to use the treadmill because I just don't want to use up more equipment than necessary, considering we're not going to be doing these very long. It's just like down back.
Oh, okay. So how long would you, like, what do you think?
We'll do 3 sets. Each
would a set be?
Just down back is 1 set.
Okay.
So from the weights bench to the door, we go inside and then back.
Okay. Were we trying to do this like consistently?
Yeah, it's a thing we could start doing once a week.
Okay. All right. I mean, that sounds cool.
But
what does farmers carry like target?
It targets, imagine the inverse of what we're doing with hangs.
Okay.
And then also it's really good for the lower back and your posture.
Gotcha. That's cool.
But I think we have to go back.
Yeah. I don't want to go back. It is Friday. That's cool, but I don't want to go back.
Fucking happy Friday.
Yeah.
Celebratory time. Woo!
Yeah. Woo.
Bum, 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 bum.